Proverbs 12:14. From the fruit of his mouth, a man is satisfied with good, and the work of a man's hands comes back to him.
We're going to talk about buying land and investing in land, and this is the 3 different timings of investments. And look, this is a loaded question. You can invest in land for any time, but we're going to take it the 3 types of investment in land. 1, short term, less than a year. 2, mid-term, 1 to 5 years. 3, 5 years plus, probably 10 years plus.
Thunder Hollow, we're just outside of Centerville. It's 284 acres that I actually personally own. I bought this property by flipping a couple other properties and transferred into this property through the 1031 tax-free exchange. Since that time, which was, let me see, that was late last fall. We're in spring now. I clear cut some timber, still have some more to clear cut. That was step 1, get some timber clear cut. This place was planted about 21 years ago on pine plantation, had been thinned once and did really good with the timber. Still got a little more to cut. This is step 2, what we're on right now. Step 2 is we're building a 3 to 4 acre pond right here. Just imagine we're right here by the road frontage. You come in here with a nice gate and you're looking at a beautiful pond right by power, community water, with a beautiful campsite right where that equipment is on that ridge back there. It's an expensive process, us doing all this, but I think when we get done with this, this is gonna be a place when somebody sees it, they say, I see what you've done here, I value what you've done here, and this is a nice place and I want it. Or at least that's what I hope. Well, we just talked about the 3 levels or timing of investments, and this place on the 284, we were thinking about this being like a level 2, keep it 2 or 3, 4 years and then resell it. Now, since we've got out here and built the pond and done some stuff to it, I'm really falling in love with this place. I thought I knew this area better than I did, but when you take a deep dive and really hunt this property, man, it's got a lot of deer and a lot of turkeys. In fact, we had a great turkey hunt last year. It was my first turkey on the property and Caleb's first time to film me shoot a turkey. So a great hunt and one we'll never forget.
All right, getting last shot of coffee this morning. We heading in early, go get across the creek. Turkeys yesterday morning was across the creek right here at the track I own, just outside of Centerville. We need to make fast work of these turkeys this morning because we got a big showing and a big closing today. So let's get across here and make it happen. It's late night last night, and I may be dragging just a little bit, so we're gonna finish this coffee up. I see. To the left. You hear me? Yeah. All right, he's coming. 40 yards.
Well, that was a great turkey hunt and a funny one because, you know, Caleb and I are learning how to communicate with each other during this turkey hunt. And finally I asked him, I was letting the turkeys do their thing, and I said, all right, you got them good right there? And he said, I can't always see them. I can't always see them. I said, they're standing at the decoys. I'm thinking like, what do you mean you can't see them? And so he did get them on camera on accident coming in, just because he had the camera. He was looking at a black spot over here to the right. So we got it done. Caleb, you get a B. Let's give it a straight B, not a minus or a plus, a straight B on your filming.
Surprise. I bet you weren't expecting to see me, huh? For those that are watching and don't know who the heck I am, I'm Caleb, cameraman Caleb. I'm the executive producer and the best hunter in the group, but we won't get into all that. So when I started working for Slade, I was a full-time producer, full-time cameraman Caleb. But now I've moved up in the world. Now I'm full-time in the real estate game, and you can call me the Rackbuck Realtor. I'm sitting on a piece of land that Slade actually owns himself. He's showing land right now, so I slipped out to the woods. Gonna try to self-film. What he's doing is he's taking this ugly 1.5-year-old cutover and he's turning it back into pasture. He looked on Google Earth, on Google Maps, and he saw where a lot of this was pasture years ago. So I got the timber company to come out, cut all the pine timber that someone had planted. Now he's converting it back to pasture. So, little land flip deal, and I like it. I get to hunt on it. We killed a turkey out here. First animal I ever filmed died. So, I like this place. We'll see what happens.
Now, I've let Caleb kind of take free reign in this place, hog hunting and deer hunting, and we've got a lot of hogs on this place, so we've got work to do.
Well, 6 o'clock, we have not seen a deer. We had a bunch of hogs on camera. That's probably this shoot, but I'm gonna have to do some refiguring on this spot. So, I just need a target. I need 2 bag straps to be standing out there. That's all I need. They're still all around here. Dude, I shot at one of the little ones. I was gonna try to get one I could eat. Freaking thing so little, I missed. I smoked that one. If you know me, there's 3 things in this life I hate. Communists, bananas, and hogs. And we just whopped a big hog. Let's go.
All right, the Rackbuck Realtor, as he calls himself, you know, he says he's the best hunter. He was a baseball player. Batting 500 ain't bad. Good job, brother. We're looking at one of my tracts of land, and maybe myself and you as a listener or a watcher can pick some of that stuff out. We can both learn how to be better stewards of our land, and maybe the next time we make an investment in the land, we can do an even better job.
Absolutely.
I mean, even Caleb's ready. He said, look, I got plenty of money in my pocket. I see it sticking out of his pocket now. He's ready to invest in some land.
I told you before we started this, I'm proud of old Caleb, man. He has bought in. I love his videos, man. He's like, I don't want to say hunting land man too, but he's on his way, man. I'm so proud of him.
Well, he's going to probably show you where he killed his big deer. I'll be willing to bet he's going to go over here and show you.
Well, he's killed bigger than what I killed this year, so I'm ready to go see it.
All right, well, let's go check it out. All right, so we're out at a property that I've invested in, and this is kind of what we talked about on the podcast, being a kind of a mid-year, longer-term investment. Not super long, but kind of a mid-range. I'm going to probably end up keeping this track about 3 years. I've already had it a year, a little over a year, in fact. So Alex talked about game planning. Okay, so on this property, I've been game planning since the day I looked at it and bought it. Okay, it's still raw right now. This is not the finished product. This is we're in you know, we're in the beginning stages of it. As you can hear right here behind us, we got good road frontage. I'm gonna let this car pass so y'all can hear me. It's 5 o'clock. We got good road frontage, power and water, always big. And Alex, correct me if I'm wrong, when y'all appraise something, the power and water
Yeah, absolutely. All that goes into major effect into the appraisal part.
So no matter what investment, if you're gonna be a short-term, mid-term, long-term, what investment you're gonna be in, end user who you're gonna sell it to or use it yourself, you know, is everything. I know that I built a pond. We're gonna show you the pond I've got right here. I've got water right here on the road. I've got power right here above me. I've got a good road already coming in here. Boom, boom, boom. Access. We've got a lot of the things, road frontage. We've got a lot of the things that it takes to have a good investment right here in front of us. Not that a place with an easement or power you have to run to is not a good investment, but this is, it's easy. Well, I finally got Alex out here. The pond's looking good. The deer and turkeys are looking good on place. And the place is coming together. I mean, sometimes when you clear cut a place, they get a little ugly, but this one is shaping up fast. You said when we pulled up here, you did the pond, right? So you don't even know. So we came in here. I got my guy who does erosion control. We put hay and they crimped the seed in so we didn't have any erosion. You know, and we still have more work to do or whatever, but you know, we're right here by power. Somebody can build a camp. I mean, who doesn't want to camp on the lake?
That's right.
I wish this was right by my house, you know?
Absolutely. And the build site, man, all the build sites you have, I mean, versatility. I mean, you leave a clean slate for what mama wants.
This drain goes into the big creek. It's actually called Centerville Creek. And my thought process with, you know, with end user in mind, I'm cutting timber. I'm going to replant it in pine. So you'll have pine, great bedding area, nesting area for turkeys, being I'm planting it back in longleaf. You'll have 100 acres of big, beautiful hardwood bottoms going along the creek. So an end user buyer can have a place with a pond, place with the creek, check mark, power, building site, road frontage, not too far from town. He's got good turkeys on it because he can have 100 acres of hardwoods. Plus, we're gonna have good bedding area for the deer. So it's gonna, what box is it not gonna check, you know?
Right, and what I love about it is you're talking about the value that I always try to harp on, recreational value, that people don't see every day on your everyday bank, you know, appraisal or things like that.
Things that make somebody pull the trigger.
And this is where the market is right now.
Well, Alex really likes the property, and the food plots, the feed, everything's coming together great. So being only 5 minutes from the house, one of the cool things is I get to bring Ace out here and scout. And really, you know, it's Sunday afternoon, we didn't think we were going to see a lot, and me and Asa come around the corner, and there's two of them blowed up in the road, and I got my bear with me. All right, me and Asa, we're scouting some turkeys, and we have found some. If I can turn this around, I'll show them to y'all. We got two longbeards blowed up with 4 or 5 hens. We're going to be after them in the morning. Hey, you can't do this on a video game. You can only do this on land, and it don't get any better than this.
Well, as you can hear, we owned them this morning. Me and Asa roosted these turkeys yesterday afternoon. We watched them walk out of this logging ramp and fly down about 100 yards down in there. We got in there early. It's not a real good setup, so we kind of had to build a setup in this log pile. We got some pretty good cover. Got a decoy right here. And then 2 big long bears, when they step out of there, they should come try to jump on that jay. But I imagine they go straight behind the decoy. Come back up probably as close to where they went in yesterday. That's what I would think. It's an old road there. Boom.
See, these guys have been hunting together for 20 years. Back when I was only 5 years old, they started hunting together. Well, technology's changed a lot over 20 years, and they haven't quite figured out how to use it. they still don't check the weather before they go hunting.
One thing, they're gonna want to get out of their woods once it dries out. Get out here and flop around. I think we're in a good spot for that. They on the ground. They coming up that road. Let's go. There he is. Hunter right. Here comes the other one. Yeah. You ready, Blake? Wait, I'm good. Wait. 1, 2. Go get him, Blake. I got mine. Go ahead.
Got him?
Yeah. Lay down. Lay down. Hell yeah. What I'm talking about.
I don't know what happened.
Mine's head. Well, they were jumping all around. Mine's head's about to fall off. I can't hold it no more.
How about that, boo?
How about it, baby? That was sweet. You see that sucker jump up in the air?
he was 12 feet up there. Good beards on them jokers too, boy.
I'm talking about, baby. Good job. Hey, me and Blake done that a bunch of times together.
Like old times, boy.
Mm-hmm. That's what I'm talking about. Good
beards, yeah.
Hey, tagged out in Mississippi. We were soaking wet. Me and Asa roosted these turkeys yesterday, and we played it right. Our little setup. They was.
Oh, we was hit, boy.
They was hit. When they kept going left, I was like, ooh, I got a little nervous.
I had to, yeah. When they stayed right here, I was like, well, I'm at the swing. If
like you said, you see them, and I was looking down in there.
Right, I was too, and I just caught him out the corner of my eye.
Mm-hmm. Hold on.
What's your spurs look like?
They're little bitty things.
Yeah, but they got a little point to them. I mean, I wouldn't
As
call
big
it
as they gonna be.
Yeah, that's right.
Oh, let me take this mouth coal out. That's fun right there, boy.
Yeah, but when I saw him, I was like, oh, baby, here we go. They must have just,
That's one thing I love about using that Jake decoy. The reaction you get. You
they
know,
must have popped out about that little sapling, I reckon, huh? Come up out that point, probably. And walk
they
through them
never. It's like they always.
They're never gonna do what yeah.
Mm-hmm.
If you was gonna write a book, you'd say they're supposed to come right there.
Mm-hmm.
They never gonna do that, though.
Nope, they always gonna do what they want to.
That's
They
I
ain't
never
gonna-
saw the third one.
I heard him fly.
Yeah.
I heard him fly up.
How many shots does it take to kill a turkey? What are we doing, duck hunting? I may be batting 500, but y'all are batting like 250.
What my thought is, you know, you know how once a tree sits in a field a while, it'll get suckers all on it?
Yeah.
Is when this one does, you'll be able to bow hunt right here and have your pinch point.
Yeah, yeah.
Put a box stand right here, and it ought to be pretty.
It ought to work, yes, indeed.
This is the field we came in and mulched the other day. And I think Blake says it all the time. You got to be a bee with your turkeys. Pilot name.
Oh, yeah.
Well, anyway, what
Don't be a what I say, a leech.
Yeah, don't be a
Be a bee.
But anyway, as soon as the turkeys had left since deer season, and as soon as we came in here and developed its habitat a little bit, the turkeys are back.
All right, we're finishing up here at the 284. You know, we've watched this place come from, you know, being timber to clear cut. You know, we killed turkeys on it, we've killed deer. Now Caleb killed a big deer on it, and we're really getting it dialed in now. You know, it's taken us a while because, you know, Takes a lot of money, so it takes us a while. We got this food plot. The first year we planted this year. We got our feeder set up right here. Got our protein feeder. Got our camera up. We put some minerals out. This is just the first food plot. We've got 3 so far, and we're doing at least 2 or 3 more across the creek when we do the next phase of this project, which is clear cutting the other side of the creek, which is supposed to happen early this summer. But we're getting some rain in here right now. Should activate those minerals real good. We're gonna probably be killing some hogs here, trapping some hogs here this summer, but it's all part of it. There's nothing that excites me like developing this land right here. And when it all comes together, which it will, it'll make it that much more rewarding. And it's on my own piece of dirt. You can't do this on your stock portfolio. I practice what I preach. I invest in land. I don't invest in the stock market. I believe in dirt and trees, and I'm doing it right here. And I'm becoming a better agent every day I spend time on my own dirt, because I'm learning things and techniques, what works, what don't, to help be a better agent and you to help you with your property. So I hope y'all follow us along with this 284. I think this is going to be a several-year project, and I'm super excited to see what we can do on this place. And we're going to show you it all. We're going to show you the things we're doing wrong, and we're going to show you the things we're doing right. And it's going to be a fun project.